Good morning, everyone. Hope you're keeping well, and thank you for joining us this morning. Hope you've enjoyed the session so far and you've been able to enjoy some of the fantastic weather we've been seeing recently. Just want to take this opportunity just to give a bit of an update from Gold Medal. So as you can see, our Gold Medal brand features 3 specialist divisions. You'll notice that some of them have been brought over from Travel 2. And we have Pure Luxury, Cruise Plus, and also the Incredible Journeys, which is what we'll be focusing on today. First of all, you may ask, what is an incredible journey? Well, here we go. Let me tell you. So what you'll find is our Incredible Journeys portfolio incorporates many different partners. What you'll find a typical itinerary, if there is such a thing, may incorporate some kind of multi-stop itinerary or something that is more bespoke and tailor-made to your customer. So something that's not necessarily off the shelf. And what we tend to find is a incredible journey may not necessarily be in one country or one continent, although it can be. You'll tend to find that we tend to feature mostly multi-centre itineraries. So whether that's a multi-centre itinerary en route to Australia to see family and friends, or whether it's a full round the world adventure, you'll tend to find that these itineraries tend to include some kind of touring element. So that obviously that can be an escorted tour or an independent tour, and also incorporating something that's more smaller group as well. In addition to touring, we're able also to create bespoke self-drive itineraries either in a car, or what we're finding increasingly popular is a motorhome itinerary. And the destinations that tend to lend themselves to these itineraries tend to feature in USA and Canada, also Australia and New Zealand. Obviously, we feature a diverse selection of suppliers. Based on our buying power, we're able to offer the most competitive rates, and we work with over 130 of the world's leading airlines to create the bespoke perfect package that your customer deserves. So whether that be a multi-stop itinerary en route to Australia or New Zealand or around the world, we're able to select the best airline that would incorporate the needs for your customer. And similarly with our accommodation partners, we offer anything from a city centre hotel all the way to what's becoming increasingly popular, either a 5-star overwater villa, say in the Maldives, or even apartments for extended families as well. We're able to also source villas, for example, in Florida, that may form part of a wider self-drive itinerary and also combine with a stay at Walt Disney as well. Not forgetting our cruise partners, we work with over 40 of the world's leading cruise partners, and that ranges everything from ocean and river cruising all the way through to expedition and luxury cruises as well. So please do pick up the phone to our team in Leyland, and they're on hand to offer their bespoke advice to gear towards your customers' needs. As I mentioned, we're also able to feature car hire and motorhome in your client's itinerary. We offer a full range of competitive rates, including fully inclusive insurance as well, and anything from a little city centre runaround all the way through to a convertible and also 16-seater minivans as well. As I've mentioned, our touring partners, we work with over 80 of the world's leading touring partners. Small group touring, as Mark alluded to earlier this morning, is becoming increasingly popular. We're seeing a definite shift really towards the smaller groups. In terms of rail journeys, we feature a diverse range of iconic rail journeys, and we always tend to find that when these get showcased on TV, as they have done really while we've all been in lockdown over the last 12 to 18 months, we tend to see a bit of a spike in inquiries and demand. So whether this is the Vovos Rail or one of the iconic rail journeys in Australia, our team have first-hand knowledge and be able to answer your questions or be able to incorporate them as part of a wider holiday for your customer. In terms of destinations, as you can see, there isn't really anywhere we don't venture to. So we've pretty much got the whole world covered, and our friendly, knowledgeable team in Leyland are geared up to be able to answer your questions and totally understand that obviously sitting in an office or working from home, your customers will probably expect you to know every destination like the back of your hand. Of course, we're only human, and that's why our team in Leyland are split into an east and a west division. And what you'll tend to find is all of our consultants tend to have visited at least one or two of these destinations on here. So if you're not particularly sure of a destination, what I'd recommend is picking up the phone to our guys, and sure enough, you'll be able to speak to an expert firsthand who'll be able to offer their advice and tailor it to your customers' requirements. We're really excited to launch as well our latest Emag, e-magazine. It's a customer-focused one, our little book of incredible journeys. And in recent years, this has been welcomed by our agent partners. It really is very inspirational, let's say. So we tend to find that customers really love this mini brochure. So we feature 44 pages, and these are all bucket list inspirational journeys as well, and priced also including regional departures. So as we alluded to before, there isn't really anywhere we don't cover in the world, so you'll tend to find that there's something in there to suit everybody regardless of the destination. And what's proving really popular is there's a lot of itineraries in here that customers wouldn't necessarily assume are even possible. So it really does whet their appetite. So for example, with a 14-day Sri Lanka and Maldives adventure, which has been proving really popular. And here we have two destinations that feature very heavily on many people's bucket lists. So for example, a tour in Sri Lanka, as well as sailing around the Maldives. And that can be done in one itinerary. And more often than not, you'll tend to find that a customer maybe would incorporate a few nights in Dubai on the return at a luxury property there. A little note as well about our team. So we have 7 trade partnership managers located across the UK. We're on hand really to assist anything from training, marketing inquiries, all the way through to account queries, as well as anything in relation to any Fairbank queries. So please don't hesitate to reach out. There's myself and Coral around at the moment. And for our home working partners as well, we also have Nicola, who is nationwide, and she's also on hand to assist wherever you need us. We're delighted that we've been able to retain a number of our Travel 2 experts as well and brought them into the Gold Medal family. And you'll be welcome to hear that we have some familiar names there who are on hand also to be able to offer you their expertise. In terms of offers, we've been finding that we've been having a lot of traction really in regards to social media. So if you've not checked us out before, please, after the sessions today, please head on over to Facebook and head on over to Gold Medal Agents. And here you'll see our latest offers, campaigns and incentive, as well as a lot of inspirational content. So that inspirational content can be in the form of some rich video content from selected partners, which you're welcome to share with your customer databases, all the way through to a multitude of offers. So every day we have our offer of the day, which is selected by our sales centre. And we make our offers as well so they can be as easy and straightforward for you guys to be able to promote your marketing base. So for example, all the text on there has all the fancy emojis that everybody loves. You're quite welcome to lift these, paste them onto your Facebook page, and also utilize the rich digital content in the form of the photography on there. As Mark alluded to before, we have a COVID-19 travel tool on our websites. And this is live now and is a handy one-stop shop to be able to answer your customers' queries and to be able to advise them accurately. So here you'll find the travel restrictions for the arrival and departure country, for your customer's journey, as well as the protocols, PCR tests and quarantine policies, and access to the relevant entry forms and the documentation. So again, after the sessions today, please head on over to our website, check this out, have a play, see how it works. And finally, I just want to share our Book with Confidence pledge. So here, all our holidays are fully protected, low deposits of £99 per person, full flexibility. We'll waive any GM charges up to 45 days prior to departure. And remember, we've got over 40 years experience making that perfect holiday for your traveller.
Thank you so much, Matt. That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
I've already seen that we've had some lovely comments and questions come through. Lizzie Adamson Brown said, "You guys are doing the most amazing job on social media. Thank you."
Thank you.
She's also asked if you could possibly share Nicola's details. She's a home worker working on a home project.
Certainly can. She'll share our Nicola's contact details. I can maybe share them after this, and work out the best platform for doing so.
Great. Yeah, we can loop you in with her. Thank you. And then, if anyone has any questions, please do pop them into the chat function now, and I can ask them to Matt for you. And in the meantime, I've got a couple of questions for you, Matt, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So you mentioned sort of safety at the end of the presentation there. Do you have any sort of vaccine requirements, or is it very much dependent on the country's own restrictions?
Yeah, so for us ourselves, we work with a diverse range of suppliers, so we will always reflect on their requirements, and we'll always ensure that these requirements are passed on to the agent to ensure that the end customer receives these as well. And obviously that would work in line with the destination requirements as well.
Okay, fantastic. And you also mentioned the motorhome holidays, which I thought sounded pretty interesting.
I want to go on one.
I want to go on one too, to be honest with you. Can you tell us a bit more about that, and sort of, what kind of client they might be suited to, and what the actual motorhomes are like? Are they quite luxury, or you can tell us a bit more?
Yeah, and to be fair, I've been quite lucky enough in recent years to be able to source one from our supplier in Australia and showcase that to our agents. So it's anything really as rustic as a basic 2-man vehicle without a shower and toilet for those that are more hardy, all the way up to a 6-berth motorhome that has an electronic bed that falls from the ceiling. So in terms of the market, what we tend to find is those that are a bit more independent and want to go off exploring in their own time. And the destinations that really do lend themselves, as I mentioned, is Australia and New Zealand. So if anybody's got any inquiries of that nature, I've been lucky enough to do that myself, and I can advise accordingly from there. But what you'll tend to find is a lot of people have been travelling in the UK recently, and near enough got the bug really. Mm-hmm. So we're finding that there's a bit of an upturn there, so all the guys in the sales sector have first-hand knowledge of the camper van when we take it into the offices as well.
Sounds great. Thank you, Matt. Mm-hmm. And then you mentioned a couple of the destinations that are doing well. You mentioned Sri Lanka and the Maldives there. Are there any other destinations that you're noticing are sort of selling quite well, or good number of inquiries coming in?
So North America in general is pretty much top of the shop for us at the moment. And included in there, for example, I mentioned the little book, Incredible Journeys, earlier. We've got an itinerary in there that features a self-drive in the deep south. So for people becoming a lot more adventurous, they may have been to the USA a number of times before. They're quite keen on exploring off the beaten track destinations, and destinations that may have had more focus on TV recently as well. And even families, when people are traveling to Disney and Florida, they're quite keen really to get a vehicle and even head down further south, down to the Keys. So really is world's oyster there.
Fantastic. And actually, we've had another question through from Natalie Berger, who's asked, what are your top 5 popular destinations for 2022 and 2023? So you probably mentioned a couple of them already, but top 5.
You have there. So Indian Ocean, so the Maldives in particular, and North America. But also the Caribbean as well, and we do these. There tend to be more kind of single sector itineraries really to Caribbean. So really, it's not really the adventure market there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fantastic. I'm just noticing the time as well. So thank you very much, Matt. If anyone's got any further questions. Japan as well. Do you sell much of Japan, Natalie's asked?
We do. We sell lots of Japan, and as we saw yesterday, it's becoming increasingly popular. We feature, over 82 in partners. Many of them got a Japan program. So please pick up the phone to us. Our guys will be able to advise accordingly, and the Bahamas as well.
Brilliant stuff. All right. Well, thank you, Matt. I'm just noticing time there. So thanks for your time. And to everyone watching, it's time for a coffee break now. So grab your tea and coffee, and we will see you back here at 11:25 for another panel.
Enjoy your break.
And more training. Thanks so much.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.